morning, everyone. I'm Edna Matsuoka. Thank you. Welcome to the Konko Mission Wahiawa Facebook Live. We will now begin the regular Sunday service. Please join us in prayer. Please open your prayer books to page 2, Mediation Prayer, page 2. Let us seek the sacred mediation of Konko sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every day. May we receive the mediation anew with all our hearts and souls on this day, this very moment. Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama. Purification prayer. Through the way of mediation, may our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our divine parents. We acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, arrogance and ignorance of our divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and irreverences from past generations. Guide us to amend our way of living to reflect your divine will with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Kami prayer. Reverently we pray. The brilliance of heaven, the richness of earth, time known without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth the life that nurtures all. In heaven and earth the truth that orders all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works, let us praise and teach Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To revere Kami as the divine parent, to live Kami's infinite blessings, this is the way. Yet many not knowing the way, are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes, great is Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Konko suffered many trials in this world, but held fast to faith and sincerity. He received Kami's great blessing and the beyond life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray. The divine parents' great wish was fulfilled. Konko accepted the false mediation that he is the mutual benefit of Kami and humanity. By day he taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expanding the blessings of heaven and earth, and he knew not the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieved, seeking salvation for all who suffered, and he knew not the dawning of the day. Though years passed and the world changed, he did not waver from his task, the divine task of mediation. Thus was given the secret constitution, the guiding principle for our daily life. The divine favor was thus renewed, and blessings flowed universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of Yami Konko Daijin. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way. Through all the hardships of this world, the pain of body and soul, the way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to Kami, without regard for day or night, whether we are near or far. The way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. For being unaware of divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and pledge to mend our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in your divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and invite them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to thy purpose. Come yes, Filipinos, we are fulfilled in Kami. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May Kami's wish for true peace and the well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, so we earnestly pray.
Recitation of Denji Kakitsuke, page 6.
気が根高大師天地金の神真に願えおかげは我が心にあり今月今日で頼め Pray sincerely with all your heart be one with 神 Kami's blessings begin within hearts grateful and caring in harmony and joy Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day pray. 生きがに根高大神天地金の神真に願いおかげは我が心にあり今月今日で頼め Pray sincerely with all your heart, be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within hearts grateful and caring in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day pray. Dear Kiami Konko Daijin Sama, Divine Parent Tenji Kane no Kami-sama, thank you for granting us your blessings to wake up today, to be able to attend today's regular Sunday service, May 17, 2020, either in person or joining us on Facebook Live. Thank you for sustaining all life forms in this universe, with air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat, the earth to walk on, the sunlight that shines upon us, the moon that controls the tides, and our normal bodily functions. There are countless blessings that we need in order to survive, but you give them to all life forms unconditionally. We cannot give enough thanks for these blessings. Thank you to the Mitama spirit of the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, who founded this church in 1940. Thank you to the Reverends Yasubira and Reikoyan for the goyo that they continue to do and for the current operation of this church. Please allow the church to expand in structure and let many more people be awakened by the teachings of the Konko faith. Let your glory be shared with many so that people can be saved on a worldwide scale. Please help all those who are devastated by famine, poverty, the current pandemic, corrupt governance, violence, abuse, wars, polluted environments, crime, discrimination, and health problems. We ask that you protect those people that are also vulnerable. We ask for your light to help guide people in making the right decisions in life, so all life can be meaningful and special. For everyone here today and the people who could not be here today, we each received our own special blessing of the week, and we give thanks for them. Please allow us to continue to receive your blessings and increase our faith in you. Enrich every cell in our body from head to toe, and give us your strength and guidance in everything we do. As I conclude this prayer, let us think about and appreciate the many blessings we receive, and also pray for the well-being of our family, friends, and our society. Silent prayer. Thank you very much. May we all be blessed with another wonderful new week. Adoration prayer.
page 7. Adoration prayer. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above.
We bow our heads in prayer toward earth rich and deep. Living amid such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. The illumination of Yami Konko Daishin does not stop for a single day. The protection of the divine parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami, we honor the power of Kami.
Prayer for the ending of the novel coronavirus pandemic. Please refer to your handout. Wahiawa Konko Daijin Sama Tenchi Kane no Kami Sama. Wahiawa Konko Daijin Sama Tenchi Kane no Kami Sama. We offer our hearts of appreciation for your love and virtue as we are allowed to live in this very moment. Currently, a pandemic is rapidly spreading throughout the world. The novel coronavirus pandemic is causing much concern and raising anxiety among people and nations. Thus, we offer our hearts and prayers to you for this pandemic to end as soon as possible. Sadly, there are those who have lost their lives because of this virus, and we put our hands together to pray for their spiritual peace and happiness. We also pray for those who are infected by the virus to quickly recover and heal completely, in order that they may continue to contribute to society and the world. We pray for political, economical, and educational reforms so that all the anxiety, distrust, and blame we may have been harboring will dissipate, and we will be blessed with the return of social order. For those that are suffering in the midst of this pandemic, please allow their hope, faith, and livelihoods be restored. Thus, now more than ever, we commit to renewing our hearts of appreciation, having a heart of Kami, praying for and guiding others. May we all be awakened to your truth, that a faith that helps others helps ourselves. Please use us to help you in this global endeavor to end this pandemic and bring peace to this world. It is our sincere prayer that the people of the world, all your children, will not only have peace of mind, but also live happily, safely, and in good health. Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama, Tenchi Kani no Kami-sama. 新読三字 page 29. 新読三字。仰ぎ祭れば天高く。仰ぎ祭れば天高く。お嬢神祭れば地は厚し。神の恵みに生かさる海の幸いぞありがたきは力神の取り次ぎひとひもかくる時のなく天地の神の御守りとは吉が木の枝でなし神に慈しみはよろずよにあまねく満ちて果てしなくがん働きをくすしくて人の思いぞ及ばざる我ら今月今日呼び祭りてひたすらに神の御影をたたえますら神の慰霊を仰ぎますらん。一度入り Haile. Mitama prayer, page 12. Mitama prayer. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you are given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You are discharged your duty faithfully, each according to your span of years. You be remembered eternally. Your life be told from generation to generation. Honor as the foundation of our society and the roots of our family. Through the mysterious workings of Kami, you enter the Konko faith. You walk the way of Konko Daiji, respecting the will of the divine parent. You amass great merit through your faith to take to the world beyond, introduce to your descendants. Our gratitude is boundless for your loving favors. We radiate as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our own divine spirits. We beseech you, stand by us, each and every one. Receive the favor of Kami, and help us to fulfill our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, and enrich us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we hand it down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, and enrich us. Dear Mitama spirits of the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, deceased family, friends, spirits of the first inhabitants of these islands, and beloved house pets. Good morning to all of you. We have gathered here today at this regular Sunday service in acknowledgement of Kami-sama's blessings and in remembrance of you, because we care about you so much and know that you are still a big part of our lives, even if you are physically gone. You are the foundation of our family tree, our roots. Thank you for allowing us to thrive. For all Mitama spirits, it is our prayer that we are giving back to you in the same way you are giving us your love. We wish to continue to perpetuate the good values you have shared with us while you were physically here. We know that you are always trying to communicate with us in one way or another, making sure we are making the right decisions in life, protecting us from close calls, and still showering us with your love. We recall great memories with you, which we will hold in our hearts forever. We pray that your Mitama spirit is at peace. As we begin a brand new week, please continue to guide us in all of our endeavors. Thank you so much again for all that you do. Silent prayer. Gosen Sanji, page 36. Gosen Sanji, Yoyo no Wahiawa, Waga ie no kami, waga kami to kokoro tsukushite itsuki matsurana, kokoro tsukushite itsuki matsurana, to wa toki miyoya no kami tachi o umi no kono tame ni ie no hashira wo shisume tate tamai, Atsuko no tame ni yo no nari wa iyo mamori tasuke tamai, kaguri yo no mienu sakai ni mashimase domo mitsuku
苦しみのみ心はうつしよに変わらせ玉わずさきみ玉のまさきくさきはえたまいくしみ玉のくしみにめぐみたまいて志は薪の柱の動きなくなりはいは結ぶつなめのゆるびなく真心清らに励み努めしめたまいうからやからやわらぎあいていにけにうらやすく楽しましめたまいついにうつしよのことを得て神の御門に参らん時には必ずしも迎え取りたまいにつくしみをこぐらしめたまわんものと神の実りの絶えなるおかしこみかたじけなみみよやの恵みのおぼろげならぬうれしみ喜び申すことをみ心もすずやかにきこしめしたまると申す花くしびのみおやのみたま花くしびのみおやのみたま花とのみおやの神花とのみおやの神
一度入りGood morning. I think the battery just ran out. Never mind, I won't use this. It's okay. Oh, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? I think the microphone just ran out of battery, so I hope you can hear me. Today, I would like to talk about the topic of mottainai. Do you know what mottainai means? Mottainai is a Japanese word that's very hard to translate into English. But in order to use mottainai, I can, for example, if you leave the water running and it's wasteful, I get told, Edna, mottai nai. Or like if nobody's in the room and the lights are on, you know, it's not being useful, right? I mean, it's the lights are on for no reason. So I'll be told, Edna, mottai nai, turn off the light. Or if you leave on the fan or air conditioning where there's nobody in the room, you'd be like, that's mottai nai. Mottai nai means basically you're being wasteful, be more resourceful. Last night, I was watching NHK World, and it featured this 62-year-old male who repaired electronics. Did you see it too? It was so good. I really love that show. It's called The Professionals, the show called Professionals, and it focused on a man who did electronic repairs. And ever since he was a child, he was good at fixing things. He even made like radios from scratch. And, you know, even in elementary times, he was able to fix a seamstress's sewing machine. And she was very grateful for that. And from there, he, you know, developed the knack of fixing things. So he has his own one-man fix-it shop in Japan, and he gets orders from around the nation. Because, you know, a lot of these repair shops, they will not fix these really, really old things. And they're just like, oh, you just got to get a new one, like a new computer or a new radio. But he would fix things that are super old, and he loves it again. He actually loves fixing things that he has never fixed before, because that challenges him, and he loves challenges. He said he'll probably be more efficient if he fixed the more common, easy things to fix, like radios. But he likes to challenge himself by fixing things that he's never fixed before. And one of the things that he fixed was a 40-year-old computer. They use like floppy disks. In this day and age, there was a company, a factory that used a floppy disk computer. And that company was really, really relying on this man to fix their computer, because it contained all the patterns for the kumihimo. You know kumihimo? This is a kumihimo. I don't know if you can see it, but it's nice braided silk strings. And in the computer contained all the patterns, but it broke, right? So you can easily tell them, oh, why don't you just buy another computer to replace it? But they can't, because all their looms are wired to the computer. It's all programmed to work only on that computer. So if they replace the computer, they're going to have to replace $200,000 worth of equipment in the factory. And they just could not afford it. That would mean that the factory will have to shut down. And to them, it would be a devastating loss. So that gentleman, he took the computer and he was able to fix it. And I was so amazed at his ability. The concept of mottai nai is something I grew up with. Like a lot of the reason why I thought was because we're just too poor to get something new. So we always fixed whatever that was broken. Even my shoes that I wore to school, it had a big old hole in it. My mom got a needle and thread, and she just sewed it on. It was right at the tip of my shoe, and it was quite embarrassing. And people kind of teased me and said, "Oh man, your shoes are whack. They're so dirty and gross. You should get new shoes." And like, wow, your mom sewed your shoes, and I'll get all these weird comments, but I was like, whatever. I didn't let it bother me. And so we'd always fix things. And when like the copy machine broke or like the VCR broke, me and my brother, we always find joy in taking them apart and try to see what's wrong with it. And if it can't be fixed, then we just take it apart for its parts. You know, we like the wiring, we like the lenses that was in the copy machine, and we just take it apart. We just love doing that. Mottainai concept. So again, we grew up with the concept of mottainai, and when we always leave the water running when we're brushing our teeth, my mom will always say, "Oh, mottainai." And even when I went to the Amagi church in Japan for spiritual training, they were really strict about the mottainai subject. Like even heating up soup for the other people to eat. Because they use a gas stove, and you know, when I put the pot on the stove, and you see a little bit of the flame sticking out of the pot, I'll get scolded for that. Mottainai, you're using too much gas. So I was like, oh, okay. So I had to make it where the flame was right within the pot range. Otherwise I'll get scolded. And if I left the lights on, and when nobody was inside, or if only me was inside the room, in a big hall, I would get scolded. Mottainai, turn the lights off. It's only you. You don't need to light up the whole room just for yourself. If anything, just light up just one section of that room. And they're really quite strict about not being mottainai. And also growing up, when we'd open gifts, like presents, Christmas presents, my mom would carefully, ever so carefully, not to tear the wrapping paper, and she'd save it. And then, well, I think there were a couple of times when she actually reused it for another wrapping, for another gift, but she just keep like piles and piles of used wrapping paper, and that's her concept of mottainai, to save things. And well, my mom is the saver in the family. She saves everything. So many things that there isn't space in the house. And I am like the person that gets rid of things. So there's like a healthy balance, I guess. It's not good to throw things away too much, but it's not really good to keep too many things in the house, I think. There has to be a nice balance. And when you really have to throw things away or get rid of things, be thankful for them and then throw them away. Or donate them to like Goodwill or people who really need it more than you, or like Salvation Army. And just say thank you. And for the clothes that you no longer will wear, just say thank you. The KonMari method. Have you watched the KonMari method? Kondo Marie. But we've actually been practicing that way before KonMari times. And my mom always says to take care of things. The Konko Gakuen, which is a Konko high school in Japan, they have a motto. The school motto is 自分を大切に、人を大切に、物を大切に, which basically means 自分を大切に means take care of yourself, be good to yourself. 人を大切に means to be good to others. Be good to others. 物を大切に means be good to things, take care of things. So that's their motto right there. 何て言ったらいいかなI'm kind of getting a brain fart here. When we had our 80th anniversary this past March, the Reverend Michiyoshi Yasutake, Amagi Church Oya Sensei, he was talking in Japanese for his sermon, and he mentioned Ichiro Suzuki. He is the baseball player, Ichiro Senshu. I guess he used to play for the Yankees and the Marlins and the Mariners. And Oya Sensei mentioned some really interesting behaviors of Ichiro, the baseball player. He mentioned that he took good care of his things, like his bat and his gloves. And you know, on American TV, these American baseball players, they get so mad sometimes that, you know, when they miss a ball or something, that they just break the bat in half, or like they just like slam it on the ground so it shatters into pieces. Ichiro never did that. Ichiro always took good care of his bats, polished them, even his gloves too. He never just tossed them on the side. He always placed them carefully away, stowed them away, as if they were a best friend. And I have a feeling that when you take good care of your things, it will take good care of you. And Oya Sensei mentioned that perhaps because Ichiro Senshu was taking such good care of his bat and the gloves, the bat and the gloves were happy to be used by him. So when he hit a bat or when he hit the baseball with it, the energy, the positive energy, would make the ball hit the bat. So he always hit these nice home runs. And for his gloves too, the glove is happily to be used by Ichiro, so it happily catches the balls that would have otherwise been missed by other people. So it's all energy. That's what I wanted to mention. Everything is made up of energy. Even this piece of paper, bats, gloves, everything, my clothes that I'm wearing, contains atoms. And we are made up of atoms too. The atoms that make this piece of paper are also contained in me. So we are all equal in that we are all made up of blessings of the universe. Atoms can never be created nor destroyed. So I would think that this is all made up of God particles, of Kami-sama. We cannot explain atoms, where it came from. It's really interesting. So if we take good care of things and ourselves and other people, it's equivalent to taking care of Kami-sama. And when you take care of Kami-sama, good things will happen to you, and your life will be more smoother. So let's try not to be wasteful in our life, and if we do have to throw things away or get rid of things, say thank you to them, and say thank you for your hard work until this very day. And it applies to food as well. Try not to complain about food. People might say, oh, this is too salty, or like, ugh, it's all soggy and gross, but many hands were made to prepare the food, and also the blessings of heaven and earth were made. The blessings of heaven and earth made it possible for the food to be in existence. So always eat with a grateful heart, and remove the word junk food from your vocabulary. And people use it all the time. They stuff their mouth saying, oh, I'm eating all this junk food. And by doing so, you're blessing it with your negative energy, and it's going to cause damage to your body. That's what I think. Well, anyways, I'd like to end my sermon here. And again, remember to take good care of yourself, others, and things. Thank you very much. Again, today at 11 o'clock, we will have another origami session. And if you'd like to join us, please do so. And this time, you don't need a square piece of origami paper. You can just have a rectangular sheet like this, or like a newspaper. So we'll see what it is. See you again. Thank you.
morning and thank you for joining this service. In that sense, this message reminded me one episode. I took place at the Konko Church Amagi. The founding minister of Konko Church Amagi, Reverend Yasutake, had a trip one day. And he was accompanied by another minister. While reading a train, he ate a lunchbox. And accidentally, he dropped a portion of the rice onto the floor. And he just picked up the rice, and put it on the sill of the window. And a train passed through the over the river. He just opened the door, window, and put the grain of the rice into the river. Then the person who accompanied him, "Why did you do that?" Sensei answered, "Because it's unsanitary to eat what was dropped on the floor." But even there are few grains of rice could be eaten by a fish in the river. This can be very extreme, but he could identify Kami-sama's destination of even one grain of rice. Rice can be possible through the unified blessing of heaven and earth. Without blessing of heaven and earth, there's no rice at all. So even one grain of rice represents the working of the Kami-sama. So this is his mindfulness of elements of Kami-sama's blessing in his daily life. This is just one episode, mottai-nai. For many people, I don't care about the thing drop on the floor. Just throw it in the trash can. But Yasutake Sensei find Kami-sama's blessing. If he throw away the grain of rice, he can be throwing away Kami-sama's blessing. So, I'd like to introduce one episode from the Kyoden Gorikai. This can be a very bit longer, but bear with me. This is from the Kyoden Gorikai number 2, Sado Mitsushiro, number 13. Konko-sama said, "People are endowed with the spirit of Tenji Kane no Kami-sama. Ritenshi-sama, the sun, blesses the bodies with warmth. But Kane no Kami-sama blesses our bodies with muscle and bones. Kakeru-sama, the moon, blesses our mouth with moisture, enabling us to speak. However, few have a heart with Tenji Kane no Kami can accept. Those whose heart can be accepted by Tenji Kane no Kami will be blessed with good health, wealth, and wisdom for 3 generations, resulting in a strong family lineage. This is having your heart accepted by Tenji Kane no Kami-sama. Unfortunately, people are unaware of this, thus Kami-sama feel pity for them. Having great wealth requires the wisdom that must go with it. Those whose heart are not accepted by Tenji no Kami-sama may have the wealth, but not the wisdom. Thus, they will inevitably meet adversity. Others who have the wealth, as well as the wisdom, will get sick, even if they do not want to. They won't be able to go out and work in the village. Those who have wisdom and good health will lose their wealth. If they don't lose their wealth, their main successors will die, leaving no inheritance. And since those with wisdom and good family lineage don't have money, they won't be asked to fill responsible positions. These are all evidence of hearts which are not accepted by Tenji Kane no Kami-sama. Since these people are not aware of Tenji Kane no Kami-sama's blessings, they are always lacking one thing or another. If you practice faith, understand Kami's blessings, live a peaceful and stable life. You will have a descendants, gain wealth, and be rest assured. Look forward to the future. First, you will receive divine blessings from year to year, then from decades to decades, and finally from generation to generation. Even if a fruit tree blossoms, we don't know if it will bear fruit or not. If it does bear fruit, the fruit will gradually get bigger. Similarly, with time, the divine blessing you receive will get bigger. Charisma exists throughout the world, change, even in mountains, valleys, and river bottoms. So practice faith and quotation. This is one of the most daunting messages I have ever encountered in my whole priest life. The message is so clear. Practice faith, understand Kami's blessings, and we are to enjoy a peaceful and stable life. 1 year prior to the departure of the founder Konko Raijin, Tenchi Kayama Kami gave him a revelation. Those who have faith should not worry about unexpected. Nor is aware of the blessings of heaven and earth, which enable people to live. Kami shall have people become aware of the blessings of heaven and earth. They have a Konko Raijin born throughout the world, but sunshines in every country, with exception. お知らせことを覚え一応 26-22 and 3. Please join me for a prayer for coronavirus pandemic. Through the virtuous power of the founder Gay Konko Raijin, I sincerely and single-heartedly pray that the pandemic will calm down as soon as possible and will regain the normal lives we might have taken for granted for all those years. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。ギアミコンコ大臣日地神の神神に願いおかげや我が心にあり今月今日で頼めギアミコンコ大臣日地神の神神に願いおかげや我が心にあり今月今日で頼め
ご理解。
Page 226, number 50. 226, number
26. Okay, we will now be reading Gorikai 2, page 226, number 50.
50.
Wait, can you see it clear?
私、はい、50. When I went to the Hiromai for the first time, Konko-sama had been giving worshippers goshimai. To make goshimai, wash the rice 7 times without touching it until the water becomes crystal clear. Dry the washed rice completely. Then sprinkle it with sacred sake and dry it again. He instructed.
51. Families who don't give requests to Kami cannot be protected. 52. If someone asks when you will die, you shouldn't answer. Say that you cannot predict the future. Deciding the day to die will not make Kami-sama happy.
53. Every New Year's, for 3 consecutive years before his passing, Konko-sama imparted, "Even I cannot live forever. Come to worship often, listen to teachings, and hand them down to others."
54. I don't know what Konko-sama's reply regarding the world beyond death. 55. Without virtue, you will work. With divine virtue, you will not work.
Thank you.
Good morning. ただいまから歌を歌わせていただきます。We are going to sing a song, 4 songs. If you have a book, page 57, 新人の栄光 and then 新人の道を世々の親は and shining shimmering light. よろしくお願いします。
Oh 9, page 46. With a heart caught up in doubt and worry, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, surely in my heart. Still I know, even when I saw my time, can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light glowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives. When I'm down and ready to surrender, when times are hard and it seems so dark, just know each day that I'm never on my own gives me strength and courage to try harder. Holding hands with my friends standing by my side, sweet arms together we will walk to the shining, shimmering, brilliant light glowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We are never alone in our lives.
I get the message that. Thank you very much.
Chào thầy.
Wahiawa
今後大臣天地力の神、真に願え。 おかげは我が心にあり、今月今日で頼め。池上金光大臣天地金の神真に願え。おかげは我が心にあり、今月今日で頼め。Thank you again for joining us for our Sunday service. We'll see you again next week. Next week, the 24th, my brother David Sensei will be doing the sermon, so I know you're going to be excited about that. Again, today at 11 o'clock, we'll have another origami session. If you can follow us, that'll be awesome. Have a good week. Thank you.